demonstrate. On time, never late. I grind, celebrate, no pump fake, hesitate. I've been scoring every day. Champagne Perrier, 693, been in the box now, stepping up tone. Like straight out the sand lot, now plotting on the globe. I work hard, I show love, that karma steady growing. Got this far, I go hard, let God take control. I was starving skinny, now my weight up, got no energy for haters. See you trying, see you later. I'm shooting for the stars, need no laser beam, blowing like the greatest, but it's one who's always greater. Yo, go dummy, go beast, oh no. I go beast, go deep, I OD, oh no. I go deep, apply pressure, put heat, oh no. Put that 500 degrees, oh no. 500 degrees, go dummy, go beast, oh no. I go beast, go deep, I OD, oh no. I go deep, apply pressure, put heat, oh no. Put that 500 degrees, oh no. Smell good, skin clear. This here my year. Hey, look up here. This here my tier. Same fit 4 days. I grind 4 ways. I play no games. All me, no blame.
You ain't say nothing to the people while you sitting there all the time.
Are we live? No. Are we live? Really? Oh, wow.
I was starving skinny, now my weight up, got no energy for haters. See you trying, see you later. I'm shooting for the stars, need no laser beam, blowing like the greatest, but it's
Great morning, everybody out there. Happy Tuesday. Thankful Tuesday out here. Great morning, everybody.
That's special. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the IAO Life Pod, man. Yet another episode of the realest show ever. You know what we do. You know what we say. We're not going to say something that's going to please everybody, but I promise you we're going to say some things that some people like, right? We're absolutely going to say some things that some people love. Guys, my name is Nate McCray, and this is my amazing wife and co-host, Miss Pam McCray. Say what's up, Pam.
What's going on? Great morning, everybody out there. It is truly another day for us to be thankful, grateful, and all of that good stuff. And always excited to be back on this platform as we're about to just have some fun, share some insight, whatever really God lays on our hearts. And it's funny because, you know, Nate and I, we truly, let's say, I always say, you know, we're opposite, right? You know,
Preach on it.
We are so opposite. And you know, as we're setting up things today, I can tell you, just the things that we go through, grow through, laugh through, instead of getting mad
cry
at each
through.
other. Is so
You can't leave cry out. You
cry.
gotta put cry.
That's right, cry.
I cry through some things.
You cry through some things
Sometimes too.
all of that good stuff. But I'm just excited to be here. You know, to everybody that's tuning in to another IAO Life Pod. You all know, if you don't know, this is the grind, bigger and better. You know, the grind was a vision that truly allowed us to just get up, come on here, share whatever was on our hearts. And so God has truly given my husband a vision with the IAO lifestyle for us to take things to the next level. So I'm excited to definitely be a part. I'm excited to truly embark upon this vision as a partner, to really be able to help to change some lives of some people out there who we may be able to bless, right? We know we're not called to everybody, but we know that we are called to somebody. And if that's you, thank you for tuning in. But I do want to say that this takes place every Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday and every Thursday, typically at 10 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let me get my zones right. That would be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We had some hurdles today, some things we had to jump over. And we're going to talk about that a little bit on today. But definitely tune in, right? And know that you could always go to IAOLifepod.com, catch the replay, and definitely hear whatever we had to say on that day, pretty much, right? But I'm excited about what's about to happen in a little over, less than 2 weeks, right? A little over a week and a half, perhaps, where we are presenting and introducing to the world what we want to say is Project You. You see, this is a season, right? As we're closing out 2021, so many of us have been through different things. We all have, right? In 2020, 2021, just really being able to adjust to IAO, improvise, adapt, and overcome. And so in this season, as you're preparing for 2022, you have to know without a shadow of a doubt that it is truly all about you, working on you, growing you, building you in order to take our lives to the next dimension, to the next level. And so on November 20th, right, that's a Saturday, at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, we will be presenting our very first virtual event called Project You. You guessed it. And we're going to be, talking about some incredible things. We have some experts. Why can't I never panelists?
Yeah, some subject matter
experts. I'm going to get that right before that date. I am.
Before the 20th, she can get it right.
Some subject expert.
Subject matter experts?
Subject matter experts. There you go. That are going to be sharing, and we're going to go over, 5 different components where we're going to start off with the motivation and the inspiration. I'm excited to be bringing that piece of it, and we're going to go into the physical, the connection, the branding, because in all you do, you always want to make sure that you are preparing yourself to be your own brand and to brand yourself. And then we're going to close that thing out with the Win Now formula, which is what none other than my BFF, Mr. Nathan McCray, is going to be sharing how you can leave this platform, get ready for more, but definitely go out and be ready to win now. So I'm excited about that. I know that's going to be an incredible, great event in which so many people around the world are going to take part in, and just excited about us coming together, having some fun together, growing together, and really preparing for 2022.
Absolutely. See if I can.
You're working on some things.
I can pull this over here so you guys can see.
I love it.
So there's the information for those of you that on the various platforms that IAO LifePod is on. This is an older one, but we still have the creator just on there. So we got a brand new, just to give you guys a kind of a preview of where we are here. So man, let's do something here so I can get back to where we are.
Oh, I made you a special mimosa this morning.
Made me a special mimosa.
I think it's been sitting.
Does it have alcohol in it? It looks like orange juice.
Alcohol.
Oh, that's not a mimosa. That's just orange juice.
No alcohol.
What's in it?
It would be an incredible.
Oh, we got vitamins in it?
Liquid vitamin.
Oh, okay.
All right, some sparkling water.
You're supposed to put alcohol in.
And you have more orange juice than me.
Am I right?
I'm laying off of the sugars. All right, as
just
I'm on
me?
a challenge right
I'm
now.
not laying off the sugar, so you should have put some vodka in mine or something. Let's just keep it 100. But anyway, it's early. It's early. So we won't get into that part. So hold on, let me make sure that
Sip.
we are good
Here, you move that
here.
over there before I knock it over, and that would be a tragedy. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cancel that. Okay. All right. So Pam is right. Every day brings hurdles. Every day brings hurdles, a new set of circumstances, a new set of problems, trials, and tribulations, dependent upon what you're trying to do. If you're not really trying to do anything in life, then those hurdles are going to be small.
Right.
All right, they're going to be real small. And it's just me, I'm shining. I've been moisturizing my face
A little bit more.
a lot lately, trying to get my balance right.
Well, that's good.
Skin.
Living here in Vegas with
Drink
the
more water.
air being so dry.
Yeah, drink more water. Use the right stuff on my face. Because we're getting older, and as you get older, you don't want to look old, right? So let's just call that what it is.
Right.
All right. So pollution is everywhere.
You don't want to look old, and you don't want to feel old.
No, don't want to feel old. Definitely. And that second thing, feeling old, that's a beast. Because man, if you don't do what you're supposed to do physically, that's a wrap. Something on your forehead, I see it. What's going on?
Yeah, something on my forehead, because I was just sitting here thinking, never mind. I know you did something different, and I'm just wondering if I did what I was supposed to do for people to actually go and see the podcast. Was I supposed to do something this morning?
Did you?
No.
I sent you the
Well, I posted it. Was that all I was supposed to do?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think so.
All right, because I was just checking. If not, I'm sure people will definitely catch the replay. Because if they go to the link, it's not going anywhere right now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you were supposed to do something.
I was supposed to do something. Anyway,
So,
guys.
but nonetheless, let's talk about that.
appreciate you.
Let's talk about that since we on that
Who
subject.
watching the replay?
Yeah, let's
Today.
Let's talk about that. Right,
Listen, this is new. So at the end of the day,
y'all gonna learn something today. I'm telling you right now, y'all gonna learn something.
at the end of the day, I need the opportunity to really understand the process, how things are to go about, because, from the technical aspects of all of this, all of the wires, all of the mics, all of everything that's set up, I really don't know what to do with it.
That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm done.
Let me sip on my coffee again.
But we'll fix that. Because with everything, there is always the opportunity to change, right?
That was a good dissertation.
And with everything, there's always the opportunity to grow and to learn more and to do more and to become more. You just have to be given the opportunity to grow more, to do more, and to become more, and have the capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
Right?
That was good. I like that. See how she set that up?
Yeah.
She set that up. She tried to put a pillow under her so it kind of like buffers her fall, cushions her fall, Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that because, guys, I see Pam as not only as my partner in this, I see Pam as a co-visionary, right? Because Pam is the closest to me.
Absolutely.
Typically the person that is the closest to you, that spends the most time with you, that believes in what you do, 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 is the co-visionary.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So the co-visionary has...
I am.
Yeah, you are the co-visionary of IAO. Just like I am the co-visionary of Creative Greatness.
Absolutely.
Right?
You're right.
We've spent a lot of time behind the scenes, behind closed doors, in the dark, talking about, how all of this kind of plays out, right? How the vision comes into play, how everything kind of moves forward. And as partners and co-visionaries, we all have a role to play.
Right.
Time waits for no person, point blank, period. So we have to figure out once you're given a vision, once you're given something, it's up to you to move it forward. Right. And a lot of this stuff, if you guys have not registered yet for Project U, man, do that because we're starting to run out of slots.
That's right. I didn't give out the link.
Yeah, just go to projectu.com, right? Projectu.com and get registered. You join IAOprojectu.com. IAOprojectu.com. Join the community. It's important that you join the IAO community, right? We're creating something special here so that you guys understand it's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to require anything of you. Just be a part of the community, then get registered for the event, right? So, it's what happens when you have a vision that, and as always, the disclaimer is you're going to hear Maximus snoring. So that's just what he does on a daily basis. We can't stop that.
Right.
Cane Corsos are big dogs, but they're very sensitive. They get depressed really easy.
Oh
really
my gosh,
easy.
those big little people eyes.
Yeah, so you have to be.
They're already sad looking, but they can get sadder looking.
Right.
It's crazy.
Because they're so attached to their owners. When their
Yes.
owners come down on them, they get depressed because they're sworn to, protect and serve. Right.
Mm-hmm.
They're known as the Ferrari of protectors. Right. So that dude would die for us. Right. It's just how he was bred.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a vision, your vision is you're going to be tasked with certain things. And I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. As I'm sipping on my coffee, I got my healthy mimosa here. Is that what we're calling this?
Uh-huh.
A healthy mimosa,
That's
with some healthy stuff in it, some vitamins. And so I'm gonna sip on that. But I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all because y'all have to understand that this is when you start doing something, it's an undertaking. it requires something of you.
Right.
And I should say it's a sacrifice. Does it make sense to you?
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
It's a sacrifice.
Yeah, it's definitely a sacrifice. Anytime you go and you embark upon something new, you have to realize that there's going to be things that you got to overcome, right? Hurdles that you got to jump. That's why the word hurdles came to mind today. Sacrifices that have to be made just simply because you're doing something different. So when you're doing something different, there's going to be all kinds of outside forces that try to attempt to come in order to stop that thing. You know, it's kind of like gravity, like for real, to try to stop that thing.
Let's keep it on the inside.
Forward,
Let's keep it
right?
on the inside today.
Okay.
Let's keep it on the inside, because I want y'all to understand this, because I go by the old, and not to interrupt you, but I go by the old saying that says, when there is no enemy on the inside, the enemy on the outside can do you no harm, right? So let's talk about the inside, because I think that's where most of the hurdles come from, because I got to be honest with you, I don't pay attention to what goes on the outside.
Oh no,
right?
no.
And I know what you're saying,
yeah.
right?
You can't.
Most people's
when you
mind
do
hasn't.
Different in life.
Yeah,
you can't
yeah. And we're going to
that.
talk about all of this in Project U, in the event, guys. But you know, when you're focused on what you're focused on, you know, you don't notice a lot of things going on around you.
Right.
So if you're noticing everything going on around you and that's distracting you, then your focus is off. Right? My focus is on, and we're going to show you guys how to actually focus yourself, get focused, and how to stay focused toward your vision, right? And that's hard for a lot of people. A lot of people can't do that, and it's a fail point for a lot of people, right? So go ahead, Pam.
Well, no, and that's very true. And one of the things one of the words that I keep hearing you say is focus. And it truly is a lack of focus that makes it very difficult for people to be able to get through the things that ultimately you're going to have to go through in order to create any amount of success. When you want something different, you have to realize and expect that there's going to be things that happen day in and day out. And the bottom line is, I think it's synonymous to IAO, improvise, adapt, and overcome. You know, so therefore, you know, there may be some things that you can do in order to change that situation. But if it's not, you just got to jump over that hurdle and realize that it's there for a reason and keep on going. But when you're focused on the hurdle instead of focusing on the success or the goal, what's going to end up happening is you're going to not accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. So the key is to not worry about the hurdles, not focus on the hurdles, but figure out how you're going to get over them, right? Because there's going to be challenges every day, you know. But honestly, that word came to me this morning simply as I sat here and I watched you, you know, put together all this equipment and and having, you know, challenges after challenges, because I don't like to call them problems, but challenges after challenges, and we'll call them hurdles today, right? In order to get us to the point to where we were live, right? And, you know, I said to you, because you as you're doing this, you said, well, what you got? And I said, you know what, we're going to talk about hurdles today. I said, because you're sitting here now, because Nate was asking me some questions. Did I do this? Did I do that? And I said, because you're getting on my nerves, bottom line. I said, so let's talk about hurdles, because everybody goes through something. Everybody has some challenges, right? There's going to be things that Nate does that I'm sitting back and I'm watching and I may not like. There may be things that I'm doing that he may not like. But at the end of the day, when challenges come, you know, we have to realize that they're there for a reason and just figure out, okay, how are we going to jump this hurdle? And it's better when you have a partnership and you can jump that hurdle together instead of sitting back watching the other person figure it out, right?
Right. So
I think that's what he was getting at today. He's like, well, what else could you be doing?
What else can you be doing right now? You know,
in order to help me get over this hurdle. That kind of has a lot to do with who are you surrounding yourself with,
right?
You know, who's in your circle,
and if it's a mutual goal,
Yeah,
right? So knowing, let's just take this podcast, and I know we got a whole bunch of Pam defenders out there, so I'm not gonna come down hard on them because I don't want to get no emails from y'all. Okay, so don't email me. Okay, don't email me about Pam. Okay, we're married 32 years now. Don't email me. Okay. So I want y'all to understand something, okay? When you are in a partnership, that means you bear responsibility. Right? That means I bear responsibility, she bears responsibility. It's more than just, and let's just keep it right where it is. It's more than just what you guys see right here that's just half of what you see set up. You don't see the cameras, you don't see the big screen, you don't see all of this stuff, right?
Right.
So there's more than just coming down as beautiful and glorious as she is, right? There's more than just coming down, sitting down, and saying, let's do this, right?
Are we ready yet?
Yeah, are we ready yet, right? It's like a kid sitting in the back seat. Are we there yet, right? So I love Pam dearly, and she knows my heart, right? She knows my heart. So, but she always uses that phrase, communication is key. Right. So if I'm not going to communicate to her how I'm feeling, then she can't communicate to me how I'm feeling, right? How she's feeling.
Right.
So I want her to communicate too how she's feeling. If she feels, well, I feel I shouldn't have to help you set any of that crap up. That's how she feels, right? And at that point, I have to make a decision on whether or not I want to continue to set all this crap up, right? Because we don't have a stationary studio that's just there set up for us to do it. Yeah, rock and roll every day and just do it. We could take a room and dedicate just for that. But, why would we take a guest room and do that, right? This is a perfect area for it. So we try to make it to where we can slide things out and slide things in quickly, but it doesn't always work that way, right? So if you guys don't know, this is our living room / workout room / IAO studio. This is our multi-purpose room.
There you go. That's a great word for it.
Yeah, so we have to do a lot here. So I want you guys to think about your vision right now. I want you to think about what it is that God has given you to do, right? Think about it. Look, what is God giving to me? What gifts, what talents do I have? What am I good at? What is He giving to me? And then now think about what you're doing to move that forward, right? Because if you're thinking about what you're doing to move that forward, you're going to think about one or two categories. One is no action, right? And the other in it is traction, right? So action or traction. You've got no action happening because you're not really putting the pieces in place, because sometimes it gets hard. I don't feel like doing that all the time.
Right.
And I don't know whose imitation of the voice that is, but it's just a voice, right? It just sounds right? So it's like, it sounds like a whiner, right? I don't feel, I can't do. But you've been giving the vision, and you say, we pray all the time, God, give me something. Give me something that I can do. I can create income with, something I can feed the masses with. And honestly, feeding the masses comes before creating the income, right? You have to find something to feed the masses with, or you'll never create the income, right? It goes back to the old saying, when you really talk about putting the cart before the horse. The cart is the actual masses. The horse is the masses. The cart is the actual stuff that you feed the masses with. So we have to figure out, how do we move forward? There are things that we do that we have to understand gives us traction, and there are things that nobody else sees. Right. Nobody else sees them. Nobody sees you doing them, but all they know is that this is exactly what you're doing to get where you need to be, to help the masses. And that's the whole goal for IAO, is to help feed the masses, right? That's why we've assembled a panel of subject experts that can give you the ins and outs of the basic things that you need to move whatever business you're doing to the next level. Right? We could have easily called this an entrepreneurial workshop. Right? And but we would have been leaving people out if we did that, right? Yeah, we have a foundation that helps struggling and underprivileged entrepreneurs. Yeah, of course, right? But we also have IAO, the Academy, that helps everybody to develop the right mindset to excel no matter what they're doing, right? It's like Pam always laughs at me, and my best friend Jeff always laughs at me when I talk about, no matter if you're even a pooper scooper, right? If you got a pooper scooping business and you want to be the best pooper scooper in the world, then IAO can help you with the right mindset to become the best pooper scooper in the world. Because if you're so passionate about scooping poop, then there's a reason why you're passionate about it, we can show you how to develop the right mindset, how to put the right pieces in place so that you are better than anybody else at Scoop and Poop. And I go from the lowest end of the spectrum to the highest end of the spectrum, right? The highest end of the spectrum says, you know, what if you are a Fortune 500 CEO and you've gotten in a rut and you're like, man, my company, I can't figure out how to take my company to the next level, right? We're slipping down the ranks. How do we take them to the next level? Everything is mindset. Right? We can show you how to redevelop and how to find the right you that started to create that Fortune 500 company and to take it back to where it was and beyond, right? And it's all about developing and creating and nurturing the right mindset, right? So I believe IAO is, I like to call it an octopus, right? Because it has a lot of different tentacles, a lot of different arms that it's going to reach out and touch people with. Right. And this is just the first few arms that it has. And, you know, as we move forward, things are going to go even more. But it takes a lot of work.
Right.
And for those of you that tune into to Project U, to the workshop, you're going to get the opportunity to hear exactly how all of this came into play. You're going to hear, first of all, you're going to hear from this amazing young lady in the very beginning. She's going to talk about the motivation and the inspiration. Then you're going to hear about, the physical aspect of how you connect your body to your success, right? How you connect the physical you to your success. It's all a part of it, right? So we've got the motivation, the inspirational you, we've got the physical you, then you're going to hear about how to connect the spiritual you to your success, to your business, how to add that piece to your repertoire, right? So as you get that piece of it, you're going to get that from Bishop Jeff Battle. He's trust me when I tell you, he is a subject matter expert on that. He is my confidant. He's the person that I talk to basically keep me on track when I'm bouncing things off of him. So I've got him, I've got Pam, right? So you're going to hear from him, and I tell you, you're going to be blessed by that. You're also going to hear from, our branding manager, Mr. Tommy Langlis. He's actually going to show you guys how to brand your business, how to brand you, right? First and foremost. It's going to show you guys all of that. It's going to take you into the digital age and help you shore everything up and help you move your business from wherever it is to the next level, right? And then you're going to hear how to tie all of this together with the Win Now formula, right? The 4-phase Win Now formula that's going to tie everything together, right? It's going to solidify everything that these subject matter experts have just talked about. So when you're getting all of this information from IAO, the Academy, then now you're asking yourself, man, why didn't I think of this? That's why we're here. We're here to help you move yourself to the next level.
Right, absolutely. And I just want to add this too, that this is not just for that entrepreneur out there who already has a business, but it could just be that person out there who wants more in life, who, realizes that what you're currently doing is not fulfilling you and allowing you to move into operate in the purpose and in the gifts that you have or the things that you love to do. So it's going to be a great opportunity to definitely be a part of a free virtual event in which, if nothing else, you're going to leave with some knowledge. Yeah, I truly believe, we believe that, once you stretch your mind, once you grow your mind, it's like a rubber band. It can never go back to its original state. So therefore, when you have the right mindset, the right attitude, to be able to change your situation or to just simply to grow, and you're open to growing, God can do some amazing things in your life. And attitude is everything. Attitude is one of the ways that no matter where you are today, no matter what the situation may be, no matter what you may be going through, your attitude truly can determine the direction that you end up going in, the things that you're able to accomplish, and being able to get over those hurdles, that we were talking about, in which life is going to always bring. As long as you're breathing, as long as you're living, there's always going to be something that you have to jump over. And when you're prepared mentally, and you understand this, then there's nothing that you can't overcome. We're truly created as overcomers. And when we really get that deep down in our spirit, and understand that and know without a shadow of a doubt. But it all starts with the mind, you know,
Absolutely.
and attitude is going to flow from whatever you're doing with your mind on a daily basis.
Absolutely. And it's key.
Yeah.
I mean, that's key. You know, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When
Right.
you change your mindset, then your life starts to change, right? It
Right.
starts to adjust. It starts to take a change for the better.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, one book, before we close this thing out, you know, because one book that we're actually reading, you know, right now on our book club, is, you know, The Obstacle is the Way. Now, that book was given to me by, you know, my business partner, Mr. Tommy Langlis, right? Our branding manager. He actually gave me that book, and he said he thought it was awesome. And I looked at it, and I said, immediately from looking at the title, I knew what the book was about.
Right.
Right? It was about how you handle obstacles.
Right.
How you handle different things, as Pam said, how you handle hurdles, right? When you're coming up to the hurdle, how do you get prepared to jump it, right? How do you get your feet right? How do you even decide to jump it?
Right.
That's the key,
Or do
right?
you stop
Or do
and
you
sit there and
stop
look at it?
and look at it, right?
And just
So-
wait for it to move out of the way.
Right. So thinking about what this is now, the obstacle is the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about how you think about what it is that you do every day, with the understanding that things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. And if I had to title this, this episode anything, it will be prepare and adjust. Right? Prepare and adjust. Because every day, looking at what Pam and I are doing now with IAO, the octopus, you know, you look at it and the arms that it has now. I don't see IAO as it is right now. I don't see it as a shirt. I don't see it as a hat. I don't see it, you know, as a brand that just has this. Now, I see it as a global conglomerate that has a lot of different arms that's reaching the masses, that's teaching people how to take what they have and build on that and grow with it,
Right.
and start wherever they are. I see it as a huge entity that's helping people around the world, right? I don't see it as it is. And I challenge each of you right now to look at what you have in front of you. Look at what God has given you, right? Just look at it and say, you know what? I want to picture this, and I want to see it as it's going to be at its finest, right? And I want to be all sold out for it. I don't want to leave any stone uncovered. If I'm going to make this big, I'm going to have to sell out for it.
Right, absolutely.
I have to sell out. There's nobody great that has done great things that has not sold out for whatever that thing is that they wanted to do, right? They woke up at 2, 3 in the morning. They couldn't sleep. They worked on it. They worked on it. They worked on it. At no point in time during that did they ever feel they had arrived. They always felt as if there was something else that they can be doing, which is what makes you great. It's like running a race and running while everybody else is sleeping, right? Running while everybody else is getting gas. Can you imagine driving in a NASCAR race and, you know, around that track so many times, 500 times in the Indy 500, you have to stop and get gas, right? You got to stop and get
Yeah.
gas at some point in time,
That's
right?
gonna run out.
So imagine your vision right now. Imagine you have an eternal gas tank where you don't have to stop and get gas, right? Or if they have to stop 10 times, you only have to stop 5, right? Imagine that. How do you create that atmosphere in your life to where you don't have to stop and get gas, and while everybody else is resting, you're around the
going.
track, and you look up and you've got 7, 8, 9, 10 laps on everybody, and there's no way they can catch you. You don't realize that until you get to the point to where things are starting to shape up like the vision you created them to be, right? That's when you start to realize that. But right now you have work to do. Don't stop.
That's the key.
Don't slow down.
Right.
Keep moving.
Absolutely. That is truly the key. You know, when you think about wanting to create success in life, and I love the title of it where you talk about prepare and adjust. You got to prepare and know that the hurdles are going to come, and you got to be able to adjust. You know, I put up a post earlier today. It's not over, you know, when you lose, you know, because we're going to go through different things in life. There's going to be failures. Failures is actually a part of success. So when you look at the failures that you go through in life, and you see those as stepping stones, right, in order to make you greater, in order to make you become who you need to be at that next level, instead of quitting, you know, that's when success really begins to happen. So it's not over when you lose, when you fail, when you have a hurdle to jump over. It's over when you choose to quit.
Right.
You know, and that's what
Right.
ends up happening in life is that so many people at the sign of a hurdle, you know, at the sign of something that they have to jump over, they focus on that hurdle or they focus on that obstacle, and because they're not prepared to be able to adjust in that situation, then they end up quitting. You know,
Absolutely.
and that will never create success. That's the bottom line, right?
Absolutely. So,
So,
we're
yeah.
giving you guys a bunch of surface stuff right now. I promise you know, once you go register for the actual Project U workshop, you're gonna get the actual meat and potatoes of what I call the how-to, not just to do this, the what, but we're talking about the how-to. And I think that's kind of been left out in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So we're going to make sure that you guys get that. And when you leave that workshop, I can promise you that if you don't have what you need, then you probably need to go back and reevaluate what your vision is for your life. All right. It may not be the right vision. It may not be the right passion for you. That may not be the purpose that's your passion that you turn into profit. It may not be. Right? But I can promise you that when you leave that workshop, it's going to be a 2-hour workshop, guys. 2 hours. You're going to hear from 5 different people that are going to take you through 20-minute segments that are going to give you what you need in each segment to actually move you and your business and your life to the next level. All right? Point blank. Bottom line.
That's it.
All right?
Bottom
What's up,
line. That is the bottom line. So everybody, we just want to say again, thank you for tuning in to IAO Life Pod. All right. Remember, this takes place every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All you got to do is go to www.iaolifepod.com, and I promise you, I'll connect it. Right. Until then, we will see you on the next time. All right. As you all go out and have yourself an amazing day. Blessings to everybody.
Blessings, everybody.
Go
Blessings.
register. All right, IOLife.com. Join the community, right? And grab your spot for Project U. It's all about you, baby. Let's go to the next level together. See y'all later.
Oh, I just discovered something.
Did you? What? I hope it's a good discovery.
Oh, it wasn't a bad discovery. It was a good discovery. It's a little late, but it was a good discovery.
All right, well, that's good.
Oh, man. All right, guys. See you guys on Thursday. Tell somebody about IAO Life Pod. Show up, guys. I promise you, your life will be enriched. Your life will be blessed. God bless y'all.
Blessings.